Sanskrit is the oldest Indian language, and it has explored the nomenclature of trees. So ancient name of the tree which I am referring in today's tree talk is Saptaparna. Saptaparna means Sapt means seven, Parna means leaves. Seven leaved tree, also known as the Ditta bark tree or devil tree, also called as scholar tree or Indian blackboard tree. This tree was named by Linnaeus as Achaetus scholaris because it has been used traditionally in India and Myanmar, Burma, for making the blackboards for the schools, and even in the Vishwa Bharati it was customary to offer the leaves of the tree to the scholars during the convocation ceremony. So because of scholarly pursuits, association with scholarly pursuits, and the school board wood for the blackboards, it was named as scholaris. But after that, in 1811, Robert Brown renamed it as Elstonia scholaris. Elston, in honor of Swedish naturalist who was professor of botany in Edinburgh University, Europe, Charles Elston. And in his honor, Robert Brown named the plant, rather renamed it as Elstonia scholaris. In Hindi we call it as Satpatiya, and in Dogri we call it Satpatra. In Uttarakhand Gadwal it is called as Stuni. In Maharashtra, Gujarat, it is also known as Toni. In ancient Ayurvedic texts, this tree has been included as a medicinal tree because its bark is febrifuge. And even in the modern India, we have anti-malarial tablets Ayush 64, where the bark of Elstonia scholaris along with the whole herb Swarcia charaita, the seeds of fever nut climber Caesalpinia wondak, and the bitter root of Picrorhiza curva, 1:1:1:1 ratio for the preparation of the Ayush 64 tablets, which is anti-malarial drug. Even its latex is supposed to be antiseptic and useful in wound cure. The extract of the bark is useful in purification of blood and is good for even the functioning of the heart. Elstonia scholaris is a large tree, 20-25 meter high. It is evergreen, leaves are not shed, and leaves are borne in whorls. Usually 7 in a whorl, but sometimes there can be variation. You may find 6 also and sometimes 8 also at one point. The leaves are obovate, they are broad, flowers are greenish white. They start blooming during Diwali time and up to December. When the chill starts, you find its maddening fragrance in the evening hours. So very pleasant smell, and for this reason it is also used in perfumery. Wood of the tree Elstonia scholaris is soft. It's also called a soft milkwood tree. This is the type species for other species of the Elstonia. Elstonia scholaris is planted as avenue tree along roadsides. We find in Jammu also, Jammu, University of Jammu, and even other spacious uh, playgrounds, parks, and floriculture gardens. This is basically a rainforest tree, so it goes very high in the down south, southern India, where you have more rainfall, but it is able to withstand even the dry conditions. So it is also planted in Chandigarh, Delhi. There is also a controversy regarding this tree. There appeared some news that pollen of the tree aggravates the patient suffering from asthma. So it should be replaced with more amenable Pride of India, Legostremia speciosa trees. But it is a proven medicinal tree, and even its bark is useful for the asthmatic patients. So it depends. Some persons may be sensitive to pollen allergy. Indian scholar tree or blackwood tree, this is one species, but we have the very tall species under the genus Elstonia, which is found in Southeast Asia. Elstonia pneumatophora. It grows as tall as 60 meters high. We also have equally reputed medicinal plant found in Australia, which is called as Elstonia constricta, also known as the quinine tree or quinine bush, because its bark is also anti-malarial. The way we use our Saptaparna, Satpatiya, Elstonia scalaris, similar alkaloids have also been reported from the bark of Elstonia constricta. Rather, we have found even the presence of reserpine alkaloid in the bark of Elstonia constricta, which is found in eucalyptus forests of Australia. Basically, reserpine is obtained from the roots of Indian snake root plant, Rauwolfia serpentina, and it is used against insanity, epilepsy, and also against snake bites. So this Elstonia constricta is also reported to be useful against snake bites as per the indigenous folk traditions. Only one species is found in America, especially in Mexico, which is Elstonia longifolia. There was a time when this Elstonia longifolia was previously named under the genus Carissa as Carissa verticillata, Carissa, to which our Carissa opaca or Spinarum gurna belongs. And this was the tree Elstonia longifolia, also named as Rauwolfia longifolia. So Rauwolfia or our Carissa opaca, they and this Elstonia all belong to the one family, Apocynaceae, named after the genus Apocynum venetum, which is found in Ladakh round about the Khalsi, and it has very attractive pink flowers, and it also full of latex. So mostly in the Oleander family or Apocynaceae family, we have the latissiferous plants whose latex, and mostly the leaves are opposite or whorled, but alternate leaves are seen in yellow oleander, Cascabella thewisia, and also in Plumeria obtusa or Plumeria rubra, we find alternate leaves. But in case of Elstonia, leaves are whorled. The fruits are paired follicles, long hanging, and seeds are comose, having the silky hairs at both ends. This particular genus is also represented by another species in South India, which is rather restricted to South India. This particular species, Elstonia veninata. In comparison to Scholaris, in Elstonia veninata we have the narrower leaves, and flowers are more gaudy. They are white, gaudy, looking like Plumeria flowers. This Beninata is called as the poison devil tree. The alkaloids found in the bark of this particular species, they are alstovaninine and also vanillin. This is useful in the treatment of various skin ailments, epilepsy, rheumatism in South India. Alstonia veninata is known in Sanskrit as Rajadan or Vishghan because it is more poisonous. But this is included in the herbal gardens as unique Indian plant. Another species which is basically native to Southeast Asia but stands introduced in Sri Lanka and also in India, especially in Andhra Pradesh, some parts of Karnataka also, is big leaf Alstonia, Alstonia macrophylla. This tree is known as Hubara Nuga in Sinhalese language, which means women's wig. It has white flowers, and white flowers grow in very powdery and very spreading clusters with 30 to 40 centimeter long follicles. They are hanging, and the bunch of the flowers look like the wig of the women, so it is known as wig banyan tree in Sri Lanka. The wood of the Alstonia macrophylla is much superior and it is harder as compared to Alstonia scalaris. So when we refer Alstonia scalaris as a softwood milkwood tree, the Alstonia macrophylla is referred to as hard milkwood, and its leaves are exceptionally large. Mostly the timber yielding species of Alstonia, they are called as Pulai or Palai. So in South India, Alstonia is also referred to as Palai Mara. Even in some locations, it is called as Gundu Guneru, especially the Alstonia veninata. We have some of the vulnerable species are also under the genus Alstonia. One is which is found in Vietnam, Alstonia anamensis. This is endangered species. Another vulnerable species under the genus is Beaterisis, which is also found in Southeast Asia. It is again vulnerable. Another species reported from Papua New Guinea is Alstonia brebiloba. This is also vulnerable taxon. Another species which is reported as Alstonia guangxiensis or Alstonia nerifolia is also reported to be vulnerable taxa. So under the genus Alstonia we have 40 to 60 species, and about half a dozen species are vulnerable and they are also endemics. Alstonia scalaris, especially the type species, has also the rich folklore in India. It is also called as Shaitan Vriksh. Why Shaitan Vriksh? Because in central India, some tribals, earlier indigenous people, they thought of some evil spirits are dancing. They go on dancing on the branches of the tree, and because of their gyratory movements, the leaves get patterned, gets arranged in the world fashion, and this led to their some kind of myth that some evil spirits reside on the dense foliage, and one should not venture inside the under the tree. One should not rest or sleep, or even passing under the tree was felt harmful. So it gave the name devil tree, Shaitan Briksh. The tree is also known as Ditta bark because its bark has the Ditta mean alkaloid also. This particular tree is also known as Chatvan because its huge canopy has a very compact crown, and it is ideal for the even the beehives. Honeybees, they put their beehives on very tall branches covered with secure and protected by the dense foliage. Many honeybees and birds and even the butterflies, they are visiting the flowers, fragrant flowers. So if we plant this tree, it should not be planted very near to the house, but it is very useful tree to be planted along roadsides for the greenery, because this is very useful against the dust pollution. It is useful against the pollution. So this provides shade and also keeps the summer temperature down. And this also attracts the biodiversity, maybe the insects, moths, butterflies, and even birds, and also as shelter to the honeybees. So it is also useful bee forage. The wood of the Elstonia scholaris, Satpatiya Saptaparna Chatvan, is also known as cheese wood because it is soft like cheese and it is almost white. So black boards used in schools are ultimately painted with black, but basically the wood is white. Elstonia scholaris is the tree which need to be included in our Ban Mahotsav plantation programs, especially in the Kandi belt of Jammu. They have very graceful branching pattern, spreading umbrella-like branching, and they can be recommended for the spacious campuses in Jammu.